Hello, and good day to you. Come, pull up a chair as we venture into exploring the fascinating subject of predicting human brain states with Transformer. This intriguing study comes to us from researchers at the University of Sydney, Macquarie University, and Augusta University. Now, let's begin by considering the marvel that is the human brain. An incredibly intricate and dynamic organ, our brain comprises billions of neurons forming trillions of connections. It's the seat of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, yet understanding its complex workings remains one of the great frontiers of science. One tool that has significantly advanced our knowledge is functional magnetic resonance imaging, or fMRI. Functional MRI allows us to observe brain activity by detecting changes associated with blood oxygen levels. When a brain region becomes more active, it requires more oxygenated blood, and fMRI captures these fluctuations, providing a window into the brain's functional dynamics over time. In the study we're discussing today, the researchers posed an important question. Can we predict future brain states based on past brain activity? In other words, is it possible to anticipate how patterns of brain activity evolve over time? To explore this, they turned to transformers, a type of artificial intelligence model designed to handle sequential data. Transformers have made significant impacts in fields like natural language processing, enabling models to understand and generate human-like text by analyzing relationships in sequences of words. The key innovation of transformers is a mechanism called self-attention. Self-attention allows the model to weigh the importance of different elements in a sequence when making predictions, effectively capturing long-range dependencies. Applying this concept to neuroscience, the researchers used transformers to analyze sequences of brain activity. They utilized data from the Human Connectome Project, which provided high-quality resting state fMRI scans from over 1,000 healthy young adults. Resting state fMRI refers to brain scans taken while the participant is not engaged in any specific task, allowing researchers to study the brain's default activity patterns. The team processed the data to focus on 379 regions of the brain, encompassing both cortical areas, which cover the brain's surface, and subcortical areas, which are deeper structures. Each point in time was represented as a vector, a list of numbers, indicating activity levels across these regions, effectively capturing a snapshot of the brain's state at that moment. They then trained a transformer model specifically adapted for time series data. Interestingly, they redesigned an existing time series transformer model that was originally developed for influenza forecasting. By providing the model with sequences of prior brain states, they aimed to predict the next state in the sequence. Specifically, they used sequences of 30 time points, which corresponds to approximately 21.5 seconds of brain activity, and ask the model to predict subsequent brain states. So, what were their findings? The model was able to predict the immediate next brain state with high accuracy. Quantitatively, the mean squared error, a measure of prediction error, was as low as 0.0013 when predicting the next time point. Furthermore, it could predict brain states up to 5 seconds into the future with relatively low error rates, with the error remaining under 0.15 for the first 7 predicted time points. As they extended the predictions further into the future, errors began to accumulate. This is a common challenge in sequential prediction models, where small inaccuracies can compound over time. Nonetheless, Even as the prediction error increased, the model's generated brain states continued to reflect important patterns of functional connectivity typical of the human brain. An interesting aspect of their evaluation involved testing the model's reliance on the sequence of input data. When they shuffled the order of the brain activity sequences, effectively disrupting the temporal flow, the mean squared error increased dramatically to 0.97, which is more than 700 times higher compared to the ordered data. This significant increase in error underscores the importance of temporal dependencies in brain activity and demonstrates that the model relies on the sequential nature of the input to make accurate predictions. Now, why is this important? Predicting future brain states has several potential applications. For one, it could help reduce the duration of fMRI scans. Shorter scanning times are especially beneficial for individuals who may find it challenging to remain still for extended periods, such as young children or patients with certain neurological conditions. Additionally, accurate prediction of brain activity patterns could advance the development of brain-computer interfaces. By better understanding how the brain's activity evolves, we might improve communication technologies that assist individuals with movement or communication impairments. The researchers also examined the model's ability to capture the brain's functional connectivity, the way different regions interact with one another. They calculated functional connectivity matrices from both the true and predicted brain states. A functional connectivity matrix is essentially a map showing how different regions of the brain correlate with each other over time. The predicted connectivity patterns closely resembled those observed in the actual data, suggesting that the model effectively captured the underlying functional organization of the brain. In conclusion, this study demonstrates that transformers can be employed to predict human brain states based on fMRI data, capturing the temporal dynamics of brain activity. While there are challenges to address, such as mitigating the accumulation of errors over longer prediction periods, the findings open up interesting avenues for neuroscience research and technological innovation. As we continue to unravel the complexities of the brain, approaches like this bring us closer to a deeper understanding of our own neural machinery. It's a significant intersection of neuroscience and artificial intelligence, one that holds promise for both scientific discovery and practical applications. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of predicting human brain states with transformers. Until next time, keep pondering the wonders of the mind.